Up Gunners! Arsenal just got fined £65,000 for reacting to a decision that the FA later admitted was wrong. Let that sink in. They overturned the red card, meaning they agreed it was a mistake, but Arsenal players should have just kept quiet and accepted injustice in real time. That's the expectation, apparently. And what's worse, this fine is 3 times the usual amount for similar incidents. So not only do Arsenal players have to deal with dodgy officiating, but now there's an added tax for calling it out. If that's not a message, I don't know what is. This feels targeted. If this was another top club, say Liverpool, Man United or even City, does anyone believe they'd get the same treatment? Liverpool players hounded referees in the Merseyside derby. Their manager made post-match comments that would get others charged, and somehow the noise dies down. But Arsenal? Nah, Arsenal must be made an example of. This is the part where rival fans will say, Arsenal fans always think there's an agenda. But when decisions like this keep stacking up, when the inconsistencies are so blatant, when the fines are inflated only when Arsenal is involved, what else are we supposed to think? If referees want respect, they need to start by respecting the game itself. If a wrong decision is given, the reaction should be expected. And if that wrong decision is later overturned, then surely the punishment for the reaction should be reconsidered. Basic logic. But hey, when it comes to Arsenal, logic rarely applies.
Look, it's simple, like they said, they need to lose games. But now we are 25 games played, Liverpool lost 1. So they have to lose 3 at least in the next 13 games. So at the moment it looks unlikely, unless they collapse. But until now they lost only 1 game. So they are the super favourite. And on top of that, Arsenal has to make now the perfect run, you know. I pray, but I have to improve the quality of my praying.
Arsene Wenger is right. Perfection is the only way forward. But perfection in football, it's a fantasy we all entertain, yet rarely witness. Arsenal chasing Liverpool feels like one of those impossible but maybe stories. 7 points is a gap that sounds surmountable in theory, 39 points left on the table, but in reality, it demands something this Arsenal side hasn't quite mastered yet. Relentless, unforgiving consistency. Liverpool have only lost 1 in 25 games. That's the kind of machine we're dealing with. They don't just win, they grind through tough moments, rely on individual brilliance when needed, and most crucially, they've been here before. But for Arsenal, we're still proving we belong in this conversation. The injuries didn't help at all. Havertz gone for the season, Saka, Jesus and Martinelli nursing problems. It's a test of Arteta's ability to find solutions, not excuses. Merino stepping up against Leicester was a pleasant surprise, but that's one game. We need a dozen more like it. Wenger praying for a Liverpool collapse? That's funny, but also revealing. He knows what it takes to win a battle, and he knows how rare it is for a juggernaut to suddenly falter. Arsenal must be perfect, but perfection isn't just about winning the games. We have to handle pressure, block out the noise, and believe in the work even when it doesn't seem enough. Liverpool has Aston Villa next, and Villa Park is no easy ground. Arsenal hosts West Ham, 1 weekend at a time. 7 points can shrink, or they can stretch into something insurmountable. But hope alone won't get us there. That's a wrap for today's episode of Up Gunners, and I hope you enjoyed delving into the world of Arsenal Football Club with me, Tony Doe. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with all future episodes. If you have any thoughts, questions or suggestions, feel free to reach out to me at upgunnerspodcast@gmail.com. upgunnerspodcast@gmail.com. I'm active on Twitter as well at upgunnersng, active on Facebook at upgunnersng. We're also on Instagram at upgunnersng. Until next time, keep the Gunner spirit alive, and remember, Up Gunners!